I do have some things that I want to purchase, but I'm going to try to look at things a little bit differently in January or in 2025. I am going to try my hardest not to use, I'm going to call them don't sink funds. I'm going to try my hardest not to use my don't sink funds because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere with them. I know I can't save a lot each week, but I do want to kind of hold on to what I have saved for larger purchases. So I'm going to try my hardest to budget for what's coming up within my direct paycheck and try to save the sinking funds for emergencies. So if I realize, okay, I don't have enough money to pay the bills, or a bill changed or went up, whatever, I am going to take money from the bottom up of my budget. Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to go through my monthly budget with you guys and just show you what I do and how I plan out my money. I am a zero-based budgeter and I'm also a cash stuffer, which means I use cash for my day-to-day expenses and I use cash to also save in my different binders for different upcoming expenses. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to lay out that monthly budget. First thing that I do is I like to go over my monthly goals. All right, so here is January. I've already set up the first era for January through April. So I have a list of things that need to happen throughout the month. And what I've started to do, which is new for me, is to put little dollar signs next to things that will affect my budget. So I need to sign up for Instant Ink. So that is the ink subscription. I was supposed to do it last month and then I didn't feel like I needed it yet. So I'm holding off until January. I have a doctor's appointment. Of course, there will be a copay and I need to park at work that day. So I'll have to have money for that. My doctor's appointment is within the budget for December 30th. So I don't have to worry about that. So January's budget, we're going from January 13th all the way to February 9th, right? So I need to budget for anything that's within that time period. As of right now, it looks like the only thing I have within that time period is bowling with friends on the 7th. So I think I can save entertainment, that category up for that event on the 7th for January's budget. But other than that, I don't see much, at least as of now, that will affect my budget. So I'm going to go ahead and start my budget. It should be pretty simple this time. I do have some things that I want to purchase, but I'm going to try to look at things a little bit differently in January or in 2025. I am going to try my hardest not to use, I'm going to call them don't sink funds. I'm going to try my hardest not to use my don't sink funds because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere with them. I know I can't save a lot each week, but I do want to kind of hold on to what I have saved for larger purchases. So I'm going to try my hardest to budget for what's coming up within my direct paycheck and try to save the sinking funds for emergencies, like when I'm completely out of money for the 2 weeks. So I am budgeting bi-weekly. All right, so for the January monthly budget, it should be pretty straightforward. Now, of course, I am hourly. I'm not salary, so I don't know how much my paychecks will be. But I like to do a projection so that at least when I come in to do my bi-weekly budget, once I know how much the paycheck will be, I have a pretty easy guide as to where everything's going to go. Okay, so let's get started. So for January's monthly projection, I am going to estimate. So this one might be a little far off because I have no idea. Like I haven't even started overtime for the month of, at least for the second paycheck of January. So I'm just going to go on the low end. We're going to estimate with the overtime that I've done for the first 2 weeks of January that paycheck will be, let's see, that'll be January a paycheck. So January is going to run us from the 13th through February 9th. All right. January's a paycheck. I'm going to estimate that will be $1,700 estimate. And January B, I'm going to estimate a basic $1,650. So I was looking at some of my old videos, and as much as I feel like I haven't, progressed, with The good thing about recording these videos is, like I said when I first started the channel, is that I can look back at my own progress. And I'm so happy I have done that, because I can see that my paychecks used to be like $1,300 to $1,400. And it's not a huge difference. But when every dollar counts, it is huge. So I am very thankful and grateful for how far that I've come since first starting my channel at work, with both the raises for performance and my yearly raises. So this might be going up even more. Every year I'm supposed to get a 1% raise or something like that. But it changes based on the contract. So I just wanted to say that, you know, sometimes you don't see your progress because bills change or spending habits change. If you pay attention to your budget, you will be able to save more, because like as of right now, I'm living off of what I have. If there's a raise and there's more money, that can all go to saving. I feel like I've done that so far. I've been saving more and more as I go along, but it's just a good thing for me to remember, you know, how far I've come since the beginning. All right, $33.50 we have to work with. Okay, so the first thing that's going to come out of the monthly budget, let me check my cheat sheet. I did put my cheat sheet in here. I made some changes since I recorded that video, but the general gist is the same. All right, and here's my cheat sheet. First thing that's going to come out is our car insurance. So $33.50 for the month. No, car notes. So my automatic savings, I've decided, is going to include two things, which is going to total $250 for the month. And I do have to update that with my employer, but I'm waiting to figure out if this is exactly what I want to save every month. For each of these things, it just depends on how things go. I don't want to make that permanent change for automatic savings until I know for sure that I want to stick with that amount. So the first $200 is going to go to vacation. And I put that in the autosave because I would rather get vacation out of the way. If you see my yearly goals, my goal for the first era, which is from January to May, I wanted to save $820 for vacation. Luckily, thanks to all the overtime I did in November, I was able to save more than that in one paycheck, which is great. But I feel like I want to get that out the way. I did go ahead and put down my deposit. Yay, confetti. So I know exactly where we're going to go. It's going to be beautiful. So I am very motivated to save as much as possible in vacation as a priority. Yes, it's a priority now. Car note is going to be $50. And if you have not seen that video, make sure you check that out too. It'll show you how I supplement my car note payment with my income tax so that that little bit of money lasts me throughout the whole year. All right, so now we're down to $3,100. So this all is going to go in order of priority. My budget is always set up in order of priority on my cheat sheet so that every month I don't get sidetracked with, you know, things willy-nilly. I know that at the end of the budget, that's when I can play with that money. But from the beginning down, all priorities, all things that need to get done and paid first to me. Now, that might be different for everybody. Next thing that's going to come out is our fixed expenses. So I have those written out here. The fixed expenses are going to average be a total of $1,460. I did go in here and highlight the things that I need to pay manually. And I went through and added some more things to autosave. Internet is now, not autosave, autopay. Internet is now on autopay, and utilities are now on autopay. One of my subscribers, which I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name, said that her electric company will allow her to set a limit to how much they take when it's on autopay. And I was really nervous about autopay because I don't want them to take a huge amount and then I don't, you know, have any money for other bills that I have to pay. But she said that she could cap it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go look. Things have changed a lot. And yes, my company will allow me to cap how much they will take out automatically. So I've capped it at $150. we're going to hope with the credit that's already on there that will be good enough to start back in January. If not, I can always adjust it. But we're just doing a projection right now. So student loan, I've left that as a manual pay because I know that I want to pay specific groups of my loan. So there's different loans within my student loan package, and I can pay certain ones. I can pay more towards those. So I want to keep that control that I have over student loan. So I'm paying a little bit more monthly than I was in 2024 just to try to get a couple of those, out of here. Discover, there's no balance right now. So that $26 that I was going to pay for Discover is going to go to her clothes or something else that I need. And the last one is mortgage. I did not put that on Autopay because when I went to put it on Autopay, it only allows me to put the extra to the principal. And I didn't want to do that. When I do that, I end up owing escrow. So I didn't want to do that. Maybe it's not the best thing, but for right now, that's what I'm doing. And then investing, of course, not on Autopay because it's not a priority. If I don't have $5 to put towards it, I won't. But I feel like that's kind of important. So, $5 won't hurt me too much. I would probably just spend it on something stupid. So I might as well let it make some money for me. All right, so I just wanted to explain those updates real quick. And I was just saying in one of my videos how I do not trust Autopay. So we're going to see how this works. I've decided to put $20 as a buffer every time that I get paid for the bill account so that can just slowly build up in case for any reason a bill comes out at the wrong time or is more than I expected. Because that's my biggest fear. Maybe irrational, but listen, when money is tight, you got to hold on to it. Is that why they call it tight? I don't know. 3,100 minus 1,460 for the fixed expenses. That's going to bring us down to 1,640. All right. And the fixed expenses. That's going to include, I'll just write this out. I've written them all out. I think I'm going to take out this $26 and move that to our cash envelopes. Not cash envelopes, to our sinking funds. So we'll get down to that later. But I want to take that out of fixed expenses and add that to what we have later. So 1,460 minus 26, that's just 1,434. Because I'll take that money for her clothes and pull it out in cash. That would be a little bit consistent. So 3,100 minus the 1,434 leaves us with 1,666. Oh, not the 666. She's dark-sided.
She's not a Christian!
She could be a Jew and believe in God.
It doesn't matter. She's tampering in dark-sided stuff. She is dark-sided too!
Okay, so we're down at 1,666. Next thing that comes out, January, it doesn't look like there's anything to pay in my semi-annuals for January, so I can leave that. Next thing is going to be our variable expenses. So that is per month, $650. See, every time I do this, I see how fast money goes. But we've been doing really good with groceries. We're spending less in groceries, which I've just been leaving either in the bank account or this month I'm not tracking anything, so I just moved it randomly to whatever sinking fund I thought needed it. Which it's been nice not having to track my expenses this month. Like, I love you guys, but sometimes it's nice to give myself a break. So I'm glad I decided to do break months this year. All right, $650, that's gonna be $550 for groceries and toiletries. And then it's gonna be $100 for gas. That's the budget. Okay, that one's pretty simple, easy, doesn't really change. Which I guess that's fixed because it doesn't change, but that's not how I classify it. So whatever works for you. 1016 is where we are. Why did I just do that again? Next thing is our cash envelopes. So cash envelopes, I have $420. And that is what goes into my wallet. And I'll show you what exactly I put in there. That comes out in cash. The rest of this will come out in cash and go to different cash savings. So the 420 leaves us with $596. All right, for the 420 allowance gets, this is by month, $40 a month. Essentials, which is a new category for me, is getting $80 a month. I decided that that would be for anything that's not toiletries. Like so far, I used it for intimates that we needed. So it's for things that I don't necessarily want to buy, but I need it. And then I have shopping, which is for things that I want to buy. So I can limit myself on that. Next thing that comes out is dining. So for the month, not dinning, dining will get $150. Yes, that's more than shopping. We've been doing better at dining out. So I gotta show you guys all these recipes I've been trying. Yesterday I made teriyaki salmon and rice. It was so good. What else did I make the other day? I've been making some new recipes. We made some cookies, peppermint sugar cookies from scratch. So good too. So I get better every time I do it. So it's kind of fun when you're trying new recipes to get yourself to cook more. So if you want to cook more at home, try some new recipes. I'm going to give you guys one of these days a meal plan video so I can show you, you know, how I set up my meal calendar and all that good stuff. So miscellaneous is getting $30. All right, 420. Let's make sure this evens out. That zeroes out. Perfect. All right, now we're left with $596. And for our sinking funds and savings challenges, or our don't sink funds, we're going to take out $520. So this is all going to go to the always fund binder that I have. So every month I want this much to go to those different priority envelopes that I have. That's going to leave us with $76. All right, so what's in the always fund? Let me give you the breakdown. 520. All right, and these are things that are always going to get money every time that I get paid. So pet for the month is going to get 20. I'll just write these out. I forgot. I got to give this one some more because her clothes is going to get $26 extra. So I wanted to get $60 every month plus the $26. It's $86. Her clothes are a priority too because I feel like school shopping is gonna rush up on me too. Senior year is getting 72. Graduation is getting 40 for the month. Me, I am getting 70 for the month. Home emergency. I swear every time I see that word, I think emergency. $40. Auto emergency. It's getting $90 for the month. Family fun is getting $50 for the month. And once some of these meet their max, I'm leaving it there. Like family fun, once it hits $250, I did write like little goals next to them. Once it hits that, I'm gonna leave it at that. And then if we use any, we'll bring it back. All right, family fun, and then new car, which is low priority. I am gonna do the 100 envelope challenge with that. So let's start it with $18. All right, so we're gonna need more here. So we're adding that 26. That's 546. Yes, when I do this without planning it out first, this is what you get. But this is actually how the budget looks when I'm actually working on it. All right, so that leaves us with $50 there. Let me make sure this always fund zeroes out. All right, that zeroes out. Hopefully I was in frame with all of these. If not, you can see that all now that all zeroes out. Okay, that leaves us with $50. So this $50, I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in home maintenance because I've been saying this for way too long now that I need to get new blinds. Am I the only one that, I think I asked this before, every time I say a word that has a song to it, immediately that song is stuck in my head for the rest of the day. All right, that is it. So we have a plan for where everything will go. The blinds, I will probably just keep in my main account. So the two accounts that I use the most are my main account for everyday expenses, so like our variable expenses, and my main account now I keep in Sofi. It's just easier. Sofi is where I get my direct deposit, so it's just easier to leave groceries, gas, and groceries, gas, and toiletries right in there. I use that at Costco or Walmart. Very simple, very easy, very demure, and I don't have to do any moving or transferring. So that's going to be in my main account. All right, so that's for the variable spending. And I also keep a cushion for the variable expenses just in case. Same thing with the bills. There is a billing account buffer for all of these expenses, but that makes it easy to just have a certain amount going to the billing account every month or every payday, so that when all the bills come out, especially the automatic payment ones, it comes out automatically. I don't have to think about it. And I know I'll always have enough to pay the bills because they're priorities. All right, unless anything changes, but I do keep a close eye on each of my bills, and I will continue to do so, especially now that they're on Autopay. But I'm pretty good about always looking in to check and make sure my balances are what I expect them to be. And if anything changes, of course, I can come in and I can adjust the budget, and I would adjust from the bottom up. So if I realize, okay, I don't have enough money to pay the bills, or a bill changed or went up, whatever, I am going to take money from the bottom up of my budget. So the first thing that I would eliminate, blinds. Second thing that I would eliminate is these different savings categories that I have. But that is pretty simple. That's the pretty simple budget for January. I usually write things that will affect my budget, but I didn't do that this time. I'm just going to put bowling onto 7, and that's going to be right before the next payday. So I'm not too worried about that. So the first paycheck, let's see, it's gonna run me from January 13th through the 26th. And the second is the 27th through February 8th, because we get paid again at February 9th, because we get paid again on the 10th. Okay, I'm all set. Question of the day is, in 2025, we're all going to save more. I'm just putting that into existence. What are you going to do to stop yourself from spending on things you don't need? What's your plan? Share it with the rest of us so we can get some tips and tricks. My plan is to, number one, remove all shopping apps off of my phone. So no more apps, take them off. If I have to buy anything there, I will go to the actual website address, but I'm also going to remove all of my payment information so I can't spontaneously decide to purchase something. But I think I'll be okay, at least for the first era. So the first few months of January, I am going to be on a no shopping. That doesn't even make sense. A no shopping spree. A no shopping freeze. How about that? I'm going to be on a no shopping freeze. So if you're welcome to do that with me. You're always welcome to join my goal setting progress. If you want to look at those videos, take a look, see what my goals are. Follow along with me, make your own goals, and we'll support and we'll be there for each other and motivate each other, because I know it can be tough, especially if you're used to spending and not saving. Saving is a very hard thing to get used to, so don't feel bad if you have to start over. I know if you say you have to start over, that's okay. It happens. It's life. Money will come back. That's a good thing about it. It comes back, you know, maybe not as fast or as much as you want it to, but it will come back and you'll get another opportunity to save, and you'll learn from that last experience what you can do differently. So every month I'm trying something a little bit different so that I can save even more and hopefully make my money work for me even more. So I'm always taking steps to do that or to find new streams of income. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you so much. I always appreciate it. You guys have been showing my videos so much love, and I so appreciate it. Huge relief, because I've been giving y'all all the content. I've been shooting out a lot of videos, but it is paying off, so I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are learning something. I love all the tips that you guys give me. Of course, I'm not perfect. I'm just showing you my faulty my faulty experience and things that I learned to try to do better. So bottom line, I'm just trying to say is keep going. Don't give up. It will get better. It will. Trust me. From somebody who never thought it could. It will get better. Just take your time, do what you can. I feel like as long as you are doing the best that you can at the moment, you're a-okay. That's how I feel. And only you know if it's the best you can do. And if it's not, then it's on you. Then it's on you. But so you got to be accountable for that. But we try to do the best that you can do with what you know. All right, thank you so much. If you liked the video, if you learned anything, if you come back to watch another video, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. I would love to, whatever. Please consider subscribing. 50% of my viewers do not subscribe, and I would love to have you here permanently, and also so that YouTube knows to give you some more of my videos. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you again for the 15th time. I want you to always remember it is about progression and not about perfection. Thanks for watching and happy saving. Bye.